So welcome back students in this series of Munstack technology. So in our previous video we have discussed about the cascading style sheet. In this video we'll jump to the JavaScript. JavaScript is the next part of our module. So basically let's discuss what is JavaScript. So JavaScript is the world's most popular programming language. But initially JavaScript is not meant for the softwares or backend technology, but it is only meant for the front-end web technologies. Like for example, let's suppose if I open any website, let me open any government website or any website. So this is basically the official website of Indira Gandhi National Open University. Now you can see this website is completely dynamic. There are kind of search bars. If I want to search something, so there is search bar for it. There is a kind of form over here. There is a login button over here. There are some moving text over here. So all this, there are buttons, there are working buttons in fact. These are not links. So this is the example of a dynamic website. But the website or the web page we have created in the previous video is just a static web page that only displays the data, and we have displayed the data using the HTML, and then we have designed that particular data using the CSS. But by using JavaScript, you can make that particular web page more dynamic. You can add search bar, you can add events, you can add multiple kind of events. Now let's discuss what is the syntax of JavaScript and how to use or how to implement the JavaScript with the HTML and CSS part. For that, let's move to the our Visual Studio Code, and I have just created a new file named javascript underscore test.html. You can name it anything else. Now, as you know, the initial formation of a HTML page is kind of like that. So we have a head and we have a body. So we have a body tag. Now, the most convenient place to put the JavaScript code is the body tag, but you can put JavaScript code anywhere in the head. I'll show you all three of them, how to put the JavaScript in the head, how to put the JavaScript in the external file. But let's, for an instance, let's start with the JavaScript code in the body tag. So for writing a JavaScript code, you have to use a script tag for that. So there is a script tag only meant for implementing the JavaScript code between the HTML. If you are using an external file, let's say if I am using an external file, let's name it as JS code, stands for JavaScript code .js. So this is a JavaScript file. In this particular file, if I am integrating the JavaScript inside the HTML code, I have to use this script code. But if I am writing the JavaScript code inside a JavaScript file, so there is no need of that script tag. We can directly start JavaScript coding from the first line. So this is how all it works. Now let's discuss our example. So this is basically our JavaScript code. Initially, let me show you just simple example. So if I want any kind of alert is what? So if I am in some websites, there are a kind of alert over here. Let me show you an example of an alert. So let me show you an alert. So this is our, let me show you, this is our first JavaScript code. Now if I save this and execute this file, you can see a alert. So this is particularly a alert. You have seen this in many websites. So when you try to exit some kind of website, there is an alert. If you kind of when you enter any kind of website, there is an alert of confirmation of your age or anything else. So anything which you want to display over the website before entering the website or from exiting the website or any kind of in between transition. So you can use a alert. Basically, alerts simply block the complete website. After you click on the button or after you click on this OK, then only you can start with the website. So let me show you some content in this website. So for that you can understand, let me show you a paragraph tag. This is my website. This is my web page. Let me show you. Now refresh this. So the page is blocked by this alert, and when I pass this alert and when I OK this, then only I can get my data. So this is how alert works. So alerts are basically used to show something or to display some kind of important data which a user have to click on OK to continue to the website. So this is how alert works. So this is a simple example of how JavaScript is working. So this is how a JavaScript code works. In the next example, we'll discuss some basic topics of JavaScript like variables, data types, literals. So thank you for watching this video.